Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. We have Mae Young, Unbreakable. They alive, damn it. It's a miracle. Mae Young. Her coaching ability. She is a Legends Technician. Aggressive. Pyro Gems are going to do 100% more damage. Green moves that deal damage will deal 40% more damage. She is Legends era. She only has the singular gear. So let's go check out what Mae Young, Unbreakable, They alive, damn it, can do. So for the first moveset, we're going to try out the double black with the yellow, and this is going to be a 99 MP drip moveset. Rope backbreaker knee is going to be our finisher. Million damage. It's going to increase our green gem damage by 112%. Swap a 7x1 into yellow gems. The Bronco Buster is only for the drip plate to go off, and that's going to choose 9 into green gems. We're not even going to use it except to put some multiplies on the board. And lastly, the Scoop Slam is going to obtain that bottom row. We're going to choose it to Pyro Gems, modify it into green by us. And in terms of our entourage, we're just going to put in people that do green gem damage and as much of it as we possibly can. So whoever you got that does green gem damage with the 99 MP, with a drip plate is what we're going to do. As I've done with all of these, I'm going to put the pyro plate on here so we can sort of see what the max damage can be done. So let's bro. Let's bro. Here we bro. So first thing we're going to do, let's bottom row into pyros because we want to make sure that none of the multiply gems get in that bottom row. The next thing, we are not going to choose any gems. We don't care which ones do. These are all going to turn into yellow, so it doesn't matter. And then everything above is going to turn into green. There are our multiplies from that wonderful drip plate. Boost our green gem damage. Turn the bottom row into yellows. And we destroy. And that does about 38 million. So you're looking at about 75 million in the 99 MP, and that's with a drip plate. So you can see that good numbers, but you got to have a drip plate with which to make it possible. All right, let's try that without some of those bells and whistles. All right, so we're going to try that again. This time we're just going to take it without a drip plate. There's really no other plate that's going to help us with this build. That's actually not true. There is a plate that can help us with this build. We need to actually break yellow, make green, break green, get yellow. There's got to be a plate here that can just throw some extra damage on the board. Where is it? Break green, get yellow. So we can put something like a shock the system in there. You can also put break yellow, get blue, but that's not going to help us as much. Break blue, get yellow, but we're not breaking any blues. Yeah, shock the system seems to be our best bet. So why don't we throw in a shock the system plate? Why not? Make yellow gems. Yellow gems with the pyro plate, though, is going to be 500% more, so that gives us just a little bit more damage to roll with. So let's bro and try it. So for the non-drip crowd, let's try this. All right, so first off, we're going to put these on the bottom row. Set off the Piper plate one time. 9 into green, which doesn't matter. That's actually not true. We could do this to break that. We can proc this thing twice, I think. Bro just had an apostrophe. So let's make a 4 match to get the shock the system plate to go off one time, and then we shall hit the finisher and it should go off a second time. It went off the first time. There you go. And then we are going to hit the finisher that goes across the bottom. So there we got it. We're going to get it to go off a second time now. So the shock the system went off once when we hit the first finisher. The second time we didn't get any more damage. That still did about 25 million at 6-star silver. So you're still looking at around 50 million at 6-star gold. So Drip plate obviously is going to be better. It's going to throw multiplied gems out there, but this in itself is still a good shot that you can take without the very of the rare plates. So post 99 MP build for Mae Young means you're going to have to bring in the slap, and that's going to increase your black MP by 10. That's the only way to get the rope breaker knee finisher combo move to get going. So we have to bring that in instead. And so we are going to bring in Kofi for yellow moves. You can also bring in Cena instead if you don't have CM Punk, and that'll do yellow gems instead of green gems. Bret Hart's going to be the best here because he does both yellow and green. And then there's lots of other percentages when you get to gold. So we'll just put in the flat gem Lexi, sexy Lexi in there in its stead. We're still going to keep the system plate on there, and we still got the pyro plate. Let's see how hard we're going to hit that 99 MP gold. Let's bro. Load it up. So post 99 MP, you would hit this move as well. But we don't need to do that right now. For time's sake purposes, Pyro's on the bottom. And then we can increase our black moves and then destroy this. Hit these, proc the system one time, and hope for the best. And we got nothing on that one. So that's a 19 million 38-ish, maybe under 40 million at gold. So not as impressive once the MPs and the buffs goes away, and then we are going to leave this match because that was not good. Wasn't enough to take out a gold, but we'll definitely take out another silver without an issue. Gold time, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. All right, next move. So this moveset, not my favorite, and you'll sort of see why. The elbow drop is going to do 480k plus bonus damage for every silence gem. This knee strike will convert make two two-turn juggernauts. 20 random gems will be made into silence. And then you're going to make 20 of those silence gems into black at the end of the countdown. You don't actually need any more juggernauts. It would just cover your juggernauts. You'd never get the other move off in general. And then we're going to choose 9 gems to make into green gems. So we've added as much damage to silence gems as possible. You can add green gem damage or black gem damage, either way. It's up to you. I haven't had a chance to try this out with the Uso skill plate, but the Uso, whenever we make 8 or more silence gems, we're going to increase our green gem damage by 150%. We're going to be breaking black gems eventually, so whenever we break 4 or more black gems, we're going to generate 10 more green gems at the end of our turn. So eventually that'll come into play, but the problem is that it takes too long for that to actually come into play to make it worthwhile. So you'll see what I mean with this. I'm not a huge fan of this moveset in general, but it is what it is. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put down these gems right here. 1, 2. And then we're going to have to make a 5 match. And then we're going to have to make a swipe as well, too. So let's grab this 5 match down here. Don't cascade me. Actually, no, we don't want that one. We want that one. So then, beautiful. Now we can do 1 swipe. And that's going to put all of these silence gems on the board. So you got a couple of options here. You can put down 2 more juggernaut gems. You can use your green gems and try to blow up as much of the board as you can, considering that these gems are now doing 232,000. So they're a little bit beefier, but not a lot. Or you can hit the finisher, get 400k for each one that's on the board, which is what we're going to do. So 1.5 million plus 17 million or so for that. So you're looking at an 18 million finisher, which is great at 6-star silver. Not so great when we start getting up into higher, into 6-star gold. At 6-star gold, this would not work unless you knew for a fact that your opponent wasn't going to hit you on their first turn. Then you can have it roll over, and then on your next turn, you're going to blow it all up again, having the Juggernaut gem go off again. Again, not my favorite moveset. All right, so I'm going to show this moveset, and it's not good at all. But I'm sure somebody's going to ask. So we're going to use the sub. It's going to make 40 random submission gems. It's going to make Pyro green afterwards. Awesome, but the Piper plate shouldn't proc on that because it's coming off of a sub. We're going to put in the knee strike, and it's going to choose 2 gems to make into 2-turn Juggernauts. 20 gems into silence, 20 gems into black at the end of your turn. It's not going to get to the second one. And then we're going to choose 9 gems to make into green gems. We're going to throw on all the green gem damage or silence gem damage we can muster. It's a 99 MP build, and it is lackluster at best. But no one can say that the bro ain't thorough, or thurbro. You get the idea. With the Uso plate, every time we make 8 or more silence gems, we're going to increase our green gem damage by 150%. You can also put on a all hearts plate that does 100% right after the sub. So both of those are acceptable for this. And then whenever we break 4 more black gems, we're going to generate 10 random green gems at the end of our turn. We'll see how that works. Pyro plate, as I said, doesn't work because we're getting them off of a sub, or at least it shouldn't work. I don't think it worked. Maybe it'll work. And even if it did, it'll still be lackluster. So from my experience with this, if you put both of these gems, 2-turn Juggernaut gems down, then you are going to be in for some disappointment because it's going to clear the board of all of your Pyro gems. And that's not what we want after the sub. So I'm only going to put 1 of them down instead of the 2. Then you can put these on the board. Hopefully most of them are at the bottom or stay at the bottom. We got 6 on the bottom, which is great. The other thing you can do is do less sub turns, so you have more gems, because this is look at this. What is this? What is this nonsense? Look how many of our gems she destroyed. My goodness. At least it kept the ones on the bottom. But this is the kind of stuff that happens. At least it left most of ours on the bottom. What a crazy nonsense that was. We're going to try to make line breaks to blow up as many of these as we can. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we can go. That's going to blow up all of those ones. So we can do 1, 2, 3. And then we'll throw some greens over on this side and blow up the board. Make our pyro gems do some work. Big cascades, 99 MP. And all that for 12 million damage, 24 at gold. So you can see it's outside 99 MP, it's going to do even less because you're going to have to put MP trainers in there. Not really worth it, but just thought I'd show you just how terrible. Moving on.